It's spring in Nepal, and the Himalayas are alive with foreign mountaineers, many with their eyes on Mount Everest. Just months before they arrived, Nepal's Department of Tourism announced a raft of new rules to curb the peak's persistent annual death toll. A ban on solo climbing, minimum guide ratios for all expeditions, and tracking technology are all now mandatory, at least officially.
I call it the silly rules season, and I've documented the rules every year after really a bad season. Then the Ministry of Tourism will issue brand new regulations to make Mount Everest safe. They're never enforced. If they are put out there and you're even actually told, they're never, everybody ignores them, especially if it costs them any money.
Some of Everest's most experienced expedition leaders support reform, but question Nepal's follow-through.
The Nepalese Ministry of Tourism have been, working for many years to try and, improve what effectively is a poor reputation of Mount Everest, and they implement regulations, or they say they're going to on a regular basis. They don't always come to be implemented for one reason or another.
At least 6 climbers have attempted to scale Mount Everest solo since Nepal last said it would ban the practice. Some hire guides and leave them behind, including 2 Mongolians last year whose unsupported climb ended in tragedy, both dying after reaching the summit.
How are you to enforce 2 people at 2 a.m. at night going through an icefall? It's quite a difficult feat to do. There is a world that they could see it and maybe flag it, but certainly not stop them.
While Nepal was pitching new rules, the head of the country's Mountain Guides Association says it was shooting down his safety suggestions, including a new fixed line near Everest's peak, essentially adding a second lane to the sometimes congested trail to the summit.
Government people are always saying we'll try, but and then in the end, what they said, because of financial problem, because of expensive, so we couldn't offer this year. So that's why let's try next year.
The NMMGA president says he also wants to see formal training standards for mountain workers.
We're just going to climb this wall.
This year, he estimates only 41 guides on Everest are certified by the independent body. But any of the hundreds of others working on the peak will count for the newly announced minimum. On Everest's notoriously deadly summit, that difference in experience can save lives.
There are, operators over there in Nepal that have lost dozens and dozens and dozens of people. That is because people aren't aware of what they're getting themselves in for and don't have the skills or attributes to look after themselves in that environment.
Nepal's government didn't respond to the ABC's questions about Everest or its new rules. Now, as hundreds of foreign climbers prepare for their own final push to the summit, its reforms will be put to the test. Angus Mackintosh, ABC News.